Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are busting 10 economy myths in Skibi defense. Let's start on the first one, so I'll be right back. No, honestly, I can just do 10 myths right here. First myth is that upgrading early for your dancing cameramen are always better. And that to me is true, and to most people it's also true. If you do it late game, or actually, here, hold on. If I do it late game, for example, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna see that I'm not making as much money because my guys aren't placed down. Now, you're still gonna make money, but you're not gonna make as much. And you need money to get down your units like, UTCLM and, just those big units like Prime UTC. Next myth I think I can bust here is spamming cheap units earns more money. Now, I didn't really bring, just a bunch of units. I only brought one. I'd say, honestly, though, that's kind of false because there's a chance that the cheaper the unit is, the worse that it is. So, for example, like the speaker man, sure, he's really cheap to place, but like, you're not gonna be able to hit stuff and then you're not gonna make money. Next myth is farming first always wins, and honestly, that's pretty much true to most people. The more money you have, the more stuff you can place and upgrade, so definitely true to a bunch of people. Next one is selling farms loses money. So, like, say right here, I'm making what? Like a bunch of money, okay? So, like that. If I sold these guys, I wouldn't be making as much money. So, I mean, no duh. No. Maxing one farm beats placing a bunch of farms. Oh my god. Okay. Dude. Okay. That is false. Because the more farms you have, say... Oh, well, I can't do it now, but... Say I have just one max. He's only gonna make the 54k. But now if I just... Oh my god. Now if I just place just a bunch level 1, 30... Shoot. All I'm just gonna say is that it's gonna be most likely more than what just one max level would be. Maxing, economy units stop paying after a while. Honestly, it depends on which units you're using. Like if you're using Alliance DJ, you're probably using her for the money and the boost. So with Agent, so honestly, if you just keep dancing cameraman the whole time, he's not gonna really help you. Plus, there's like 10 of them, so you're just kind of wasting your unit space. So, around like what? After having too many already big money making, like, the Master of Hands and Secret Agent area guy, you need to get rid of your dancing cameramen because they're just a waste of space now that you're making like millions. Next myth, selling and rebuying farms resets income. Depends on, say I have 2.8 million right now. Well, actually, it doesn't even affect my money. But say that I just kept selling and replacing this guy. He's 67.5 to place, but only sells for 23.75. I spent like what? Hold on. 67 to place, 63. So good, like not 5, more like 4K, and I only get 1.81K to sell. It doesn't reset it, but it makes it kind of worse. Don't sell it until you know it's time to sell it. Selling, you should never skip farms. What this means is like you don't like skip over farms. An example in the lobby, your first priority is getting your starter unit and then your farms. So like, Alliance DJ. And then you go for your DPS units. That is true, mainly because if you don't have a farm, you won't be able to upgrade those units. So, yeah. Next one is greed beats DPS. Now, I'd say, well, first, what it means is that your money making, you should spend more money on it than DPS. And honestly, I think that might actually be false. Just because if you spend it more on money than DPS, you're gonna lose faster. Though, it's more of like, it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing endless, you're gonna do your main priority as like farming. But if you're doing like nightmare modes and stuff, your main priority is getting that starter unit max and getting your DPS, and then like somewhere in the middle there, starting your farms. Next one, and the last one, is farming late game is useless, and that depends on what you're using. So, dancing cameraman, yeah, he's gonna be useless. But like if you use like secret agent, he won't be as useless until you make it to like you start making or having billions of dollars, because then he stops helping. But he is still a great booster. So yeah, here anyway. Yeah, that's it. Next video, I'll do a cover on all of the not abilities. I'll do endless myths, true or false. So yeah, bye guys.